Alright, so in our previous video, we had done the attacking and main finishes from the T-Kimura position, along with maintenance from the T-Kimura. So this time, the last thing we're going to do is talking about entries and uses of the T-Kimura from the different positions. The first way that we should always be ready to use the T-Kimura is if I'm on somebody's back. If I'm on his back and he does the typical bridge escape, his head's coming to the floor, pause. As soon as I'm starting to lose the back, I can switch to a single straight grip, bridge, and make a tricep post behind his head. Switch off to a Kimura, and then I allow him to keep on bridging out of this thing, taking my hooks out, and settling in a T-Kimura. The second way that we use the T-Kimura is maybe I was in like a crucifix position, and I had the arms locked up in a crucifix. Anytime I'm in a crucifix and I'm starting to lose it, maybe he gets his arm free, or he starts to get his shoulders to the floor, then I should be ready to always switch into the T-Kimura position. And we should always remember with both of those, from the back and from the T-Kimura, the crucifix, I could always be in a T-Kimura and look if we start moving around from here to regain the crucifix again. So it's not a one-way train. We can always go from crucifix to T-Kimura and T-Kimura back to crucifix. Likewise, I can go from the back to the T-Kimura, but if you start bridging out of this thing, I know it's coming back onto his back. So that was the first two ways that we learned to enter the T-Kimura. The next ones were a little bit more like optional, ones that you could add to your game if you like it. First is from the feet. Phil picks up a single leg on me. His head's on the inside. I grab his wrist, I come over the top, dig a Kimura grip to keep it. I can always enter the T-Kimura by taking a little hop in, sitting down and lifting my hook, extending my body, and then pulling my knees in to a T-Kimura. The second way that some people like to use the T-Kimura is maybe I'm in half guard and he's got an underhook on me. He's got an underhook on me. I can look to overhook this as I flatten him out, reaching back to pick up the Kimura grip. Once I do, a lot of times if they stay on the leg, I can use my shin to push, pull, and then pull myself into the T-Kimura. Another way people will use this in a guard pass situation is maybe against a sit-up guard. Phil's in the sit-up, I can always step in the middle, control the wrist, and shoulder roll over this arm, and pull myself into a T-Kimura again. And the last way that we entered the T-Kimura was from the bottom. We said that this is one that probably everyone should have somewhere in their game. I'm in a half guard position. It could be a knee shield, could be a half butterfly, but I picked up a Kimura. Once I picked up the Kimura, maybe he's like hiding it and smashing me underneath. From here, using a turning Kimura is a great way to like re-attack. I push it into his body, lift my hook and take out my half guard, and then as I push, I just follow it with my head and swing up on him. From here, I can look to take the back of the arm bar, or I just sit him down, and we can end up back in the T-Kimura. All right, so that's all the entries that we did into the position.